Hi everyone! So I am finally getting to do a pregnancy update. Yay me! My wonderful mother has come and gotten both of my boys and taken them with her to church. So I was able to get a nice, hot, long, relaxing shower, and now I'm going to lay down and watch TV for the rest of the evening. Which is very nice. But yes, today I am 34 weeks and 5 days by my original gestation. I did have my doctor's update on Monday, or my doctor's visit on Monday, 34-week visit, and the week before, or the 2 weeks before, I have now started measuring 2.5 weeks ahead of time. And so I had actually saw the nurse practitioner, and she said she wanted to go ahead and schedule an ultrasound just to see what was going on. Whether I had extra fluid, there was something wrong with my uterus, or, my placenta was inflamed, anything like that. They just wanted to rule out, all bad stuff. So I went in Monday, and I was supposed to be 34 weeks and 3 days. And the first thing the ultrasound lady said was, "Oh my word, this baby's head is measuring 41.5 weeks. And I said, "Yeah, I know. My kids have big heads. That's why I have to have C-sections." And then, I got worried, and I was like, well, does that mean like he's got fluid on his brain, or is there anything wrong? Why is it measuring so big? And she went back and showed me, no, everything's fine. He's just a big baby. She showed me the parts, like if he was to have what I've always known as a waterhead baby, like the ventricles would be completely filled with water. And but she said everything looked good, that I just have a big baby. And as of Monday, at 34 weeks and 3 days, she was guessing his weight by his measurements as 6 pounds 10 ounces. So yeah, I don't see myself going full term. I probably will end up going into labor like within 2 to 3 weeks. But it's in the good Lord's hands. I'll go when I'm ready to go, or when the baby's ready. But because the doctor said he's not going to change my scheduled date, because even though the baby's measuring big, his lungs and organs and stuff like that may not necessarily be developed. So, and I do not want a NICU baby. Both of my other boys have been NICU babies, and it's not an easy thing to deal with. I can understand if he went into the NICU for like a couple hours just to monitor his lungs and stuff like that because of having to have a C-section. I can understand that, but Daniel was in there for 4 days and Nicholas was in there for 7 days. So it's hard having your child and having to stay at the hospital, and you get discharged and you go home with no baby. It's not an easy thing. Many people ask me the reason why I go C-sections, and I was 17 when I went into labor with my first boy, and I labored for 23.5 hours, and they made me push for 5.5 until my last position I was in was like kind of like a squatting, like doggy style position, pushing, and my body literally collapsed and I could not lift myself back up. And that's when they rushed me in for the emergency C-section. And they found that my pelvic bone did not separate, and the baby's head was literally forcefully wedged into my pelvic bone. So they had to go in through the cesarean section and back through my bottom and wedge him out. And he was so traumatized when he was born, he wasn't breathing. He had just given up, I guess. And So they were able to, revive him and put him on oxygen, and so that's what made him go into the NICU. So, with my second child, I wanted to try natural birth. And I went to midwives. They were all for it, everything. And I ended up with the gestational diabetes. And so there they did a stress test and ultrasound every week. And the baby was literally measuring just about as big as my first child was. And so my doctor I went into labor, and my midwife was not there. Well, my normal midwife wasn't there. There was another midwife, and a doctor was there. And they both came in, and they said, we are okay with you wanting to try a natural vaginal. That's fine, but we need to let you know our concern. And they were seriously concerned. They said, with your previous history of your pelvic bone not separating, we are worried that the same thing is going to happen, and even if you was to get the baby's head out, the shoulders may not come out, and that would be, it could be deadly for me and the baby. So I went ahead and told him I would go with the C-section, because I did not want to go through 23 hours or however many hours of labor and then end up with a C-section anyway. So, and now with this baby measuring just as big, because I had talked to my doctor about, how did he feel about a natural delivery after 2 cesareans. And he said, he gave me the scale. He said, I'll do whatever you want to do. We'll try whatever you want to try. He said, your percentage goes down after, so many C-sections. So, and with this baby's head already measuring so big, I am going to go ahead and stick with the C-section, because I feel that is the safest route for me and for the baby. So, he did tell me, though, that if I was to go all the way to August 17th, my C-section date, that I could possibly have a 9 or 10-pound baby. And, of course, ultrasounds are a pound over or a pound under off all the time anyway. So, and I do kind of hope I go into labor within 3 weeks, because I don't necessarily want a big, huge baby. Both of my boys, my first one was 8'14", my second one was 8'11", and I thought they were good-sized babies. So that's kind of what I would like to have, is about an 8.5 pound baby. That would be fine with me. Of course, I'll be happy with anything. So, yeah, my symptoms, I'm out of breath. So if I'm talking like I just ran a marathon, that's what's wrong. So I'm really out of breath, and lots and lots of lower pelvic pressure. Oh my goodness, Denise made me laugh so hard when she called it lightning crotch, because that's literally what it is. It's like you'll be walking through the grocery store and you'll have to stop and pull a Michael Jackson. But it's just that pain. It's not so much pressure as it is like a sharp stabbing pain. I feel like he's like just poking his finger and scratching, and I mean it's been a lot of that, and major back pain in my low hips, and it's not necessarily what most people would think would be your sciatic, because it's not going down my leg like your sciatic nerve would if he was laying on that nerve. It's literally right in both of my hips. So I think the baby's dropping and getting ready. He's definitely head down and up in my ribs. So yeah, other than that, I talked to the doctor. I had put a status up on Facebook not too long ago about the Visalis shakes that my mother has been selling now, and I took the bag to my doctor and I let him read all the ingredients because I told him they're excellent. I would love to do them for breakfast because I can put all my fruits in there and yogurts. And he read over it and he was raving about it. He said the nutrients that are in it were really, really, he was very happy with, and he was very happy with, that there was low calories and, all that stuff. So I was very happy that he was happy with it because they are very good shakes. So, other than that, are we ready for the baby? Yes, we are. If the baby was to come tomorrow, I would be okay. I've gotten all of his clothes washed. I've got the bassinet. We are doing a bassinet in our bedroom. It's called a co-sleeper bassinet. I'm not sure if anybody has ever heard of that. And then, eventually when he's too big for the bassinet, we will put the crib in our room, unless we move within that certain amount of time. So, but other than that, I've been doing really, really, really good, other than being tired. I just get so tired. And I'm still working full time. I missed a day last week, and I left early Monday because of the doctor's visit, and I left early yesterday because I was, just so tired. I left at 3:30 both times. So, but, so yeah, I'm just ready for baby Joey. Yeah, we have decided to name him Joseph Scott, so he will be baby Joey. I think that's all I can think about right now. If you have any questions or want to know anything, or if I've left anything out, just let me, comment below and let me know. I'm not doing a nursery tour. I don't really have a nursery because we're just going to split a room between the baby and Nicholas. I will do a what's in my hospital bag if I ever get around to packing it. So yeah, but anyway, I'm sorry it took me 5 weeks to do an update. I hope I can update you guys more often. So, but anyway, I do want to say that I have really been missing Jen Marissa. I don't know if anybody else followed her, but she has been MIA since, is it February? Basically since she had the baby. She put the update up, and then that was all we've heard from her. And I really, really miss her. So, but anyway, you all have a great day, evening, whatever time it is for y'all. And I will hope to check back in soon. Bye.